Ho ho ho, ladies and gentlemen. Hi there, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch, and it is Christmas in March for Unreal Engine developers. If you have no idea what the heck I'm talking about, the first Tuesday of every month, Epic Games gives away a number of free assets for Unreal Engine developers, and this Tuesday is no exception. You've got a bunch of assets, basically, as long as you purchase them in air quotes because they cost nothing, before the first Tuesday of next month, they are yours and yours forever. We've also got one new addition in the permanently free collection. Now, what you see in front of you, this is the demo game from one of the assets. This is the jRPG style creator kit. It's probably among the more interesting options. So we can see here, go ahead and create a new game. This is basically a framework for creating turn-style jRPG-style games. I have no idea what the actual command is. So you see here, all of the traditional things that you need to do to set things up are here for you. It is a template for creating JRPG-style games. So that is one of the things that we are getting in this actual asset pack. And let's jump in and take a look at what all of the other options are. All right, so without further ado, let us jump in and take a look at this month's collection. Again, you have until the first Tuesday of next month. And the question that comes up every single week, can you use these things outside of Unreal Engine? Theoretically, yes, as long as they weren't made available directly by Epic Games, you can use them in other engines. But generally, are they useful in other engines? It's questionable. So the first one we've got is very straightforward. This is the Medieval Castle Modular Volume 1. This is basically 300 modular meshes that go together to create castle scene environments. About as straightforward as you can get. Here you can see all the various different pieces and assets that you use to create castle scenes. Details are already there. 309 modular assets, 9 pre-made enclosure walls, 5... assets, PBR materials, vertex painting, LODs, collisions, 1 demo scene, and texture atlases here. Texture sizes range from 128 by 128 up to 4K in resolution. Next up, we have the hack and slash effects. This one is also pretty straightforward. It's mesh-based slash effects for Niagara, the particle system built into Unreal Engine. It consists of 10 unique effects, 89 materials, 80 textures, 14 meshes. Again, you need to use Niagara for these to work. So pretty straightforward on that one. Next up, another very straightforward example here is the office scene environment. This is a realistic office scene. It's basically everything you see here to go together to create recreate the life that none of us experience now during COVID. It's basically, if you need to create an office environment, this is the stuff you need for it. Again, we saw kind of all of the assets in action here, things like books, shelving, tables, chairs. We've got globes here. We've got lights, which actually ironically looks almost identical to my actual light. So that is, again, another pretty straightforward. So here we got a bamboo pot, a bird's nest plant, 13 books, cabinet, ceiling lamp. Why wouldn't they just have one book and clone it 13 times? Desk tray, desk lamp, 2 encyclopedias, which are technically also books, 2 pencils, executive chair, executive desk, file folders, fountain pens, and so on and so forth. Everything here is 4K models, so it should look good up close if you so need it. Next up, we have one of the 2 kind of more interesting things in this month's content, and there's 2 really interesting things. The one we saw in action earlier on is coming up next, and then we've got the Advanced Vehicle System. This is a system for quickly building multiplayer-ready physics-based vehicles. Now, interestingly enough, I went to check this one out. I was thinking about actually demonstrating it as the thing to demo here. It's actually implemented as C++, and it installs to your engine. So this is basically an engine extension, it seems. It does look a lot of fun. So let me know if you're interested in me checking this one out. I could probably do something in a little bit more depth. If you wanted to create an arcade-style racing game, that's what Advanced Vehicle System is all about. There is a demo project that you could check out right there. It does require a C++ compiler. So physics-based arcade vehicles, fully network replicated, arcade-style engine model with torque curve based on air wheel speed, simple sliding pillar suspension model, automatic and manual transmissions, wheel locking based on brake pressure and handbrake, supports for static and skeletal mesh vehicles, and built-in functionality for detaching and reattaching wheels at runtime. It's implemented as 7 user-facing blueprints, or a total of 20 blueprints, also 3 C++ classes. So if you are looking to create a driving game, this is basically the brains behind such a title. And then the one that we saw in action earlier on is the turn-based JRPG template. Unreal Engine Blueprint template for turn-based JRPG style games. As you saw, it handled things like inventory systems and so on. So this one has 100% blueprint-based, explore and battle on the same map, dynamic camera support and offensive skills, buffs and debuffs, equipment system, show 3D equipment mesh on player unit, quest system, crafting system, usable items, boss fights, save and load feature, item buy and sell vendor, mobile and console support, and compatible with Conversation 2D plugin. So this is implemented as 153 blueprints, which is a lot. So if you were ever looking to create your own turn-based JRPG style game, basically this is a template of all that. If nothing else, it's just a huge reference of blueprints you can use to create your own game. And you saw that there's a demo version available if you want to check that out and get an idea of what the turn-based JRPG template is all about. And then finally, we get into this month's permanently free collection. By the way, if you want to grab any of this stuff, just head on over to the Unreal Engine Marketplace. You will find there is a free category. The free for a month is obviously under the free for this month, and then we go to the permanently free collection. And the permanently free collection's newest item is the physical layout tool. Now, none of this stuff, there's no time limit on this one. It should be permanently free, as the name implies. So you decorate your environment with physics enabled. So decorating the environment has never been this easy. You don't have to think about aligning objects anymore. Place objects physically, move them around, get physics interaction feedback while you are moving or placing objects in the map. Add objects physically by painting them in the map, just like Make It Rain. So place objects physically in map, move objects with physics enabled, no object intersection, and then place objects in the map. So if you want to extend things around and kind of place things with like the physics of the world, kind of applying and putting them in their spot, that is what the physical layout tool is all about. And that is that. That is this month's free collection. So again, this one's pretty straightforward. It's a modular pack of castles. This one's pretty straightforward. It's an FX pack Niagara for slashing animations. This one is, again, pretty straightforward in that it is a simple office scene. And then we've got two kind of quite interesting ones, a turn-based JRPG template and an advanced vehicle system template. This one does install itself into the engine, so that's one of those things to be aware of. And this one's pretty straightforward in the fact that it's implemented as a cubic butt ton, but a cubic ton of blueprints, so 153 I think it was, for implementing a turn-based JRPG style game. And then of course we have, I don't want to go all of them again. Oh, what did you do? All right, anyways, we got the permanently free one. I'll go to it this way because I seem to have a bit of a glitch going on there. Oops, wrong one. Permanently free. All right, here we go. And the new one is that physical layout tool. As you can see here, the permanently free collection has been growing more and more and more and more. Now, do keep in mind, a lot of these permanently free ones, they were, like this one as an example, was directly purchased by Epic Games and given to you. Same with the City Park here, so those ones can only be used in Unreal Engine. But by the way, if you are using Unreal Engine, you can use all of these things completely and utterly royalty-free in your commercial title. It's a pretty amazing deal. So do make sure that you add these to your cart. Even if you aren't using Unreal, you probably should get in the habit of hoarding. Actually, buying these things is super straightforward. Basically, just go in here, go to the free for this month, and then add to cart, add to cart, add to cart. I've already added that one to the cart. I think, did I add this to my cart? Yeah, write a review. All right, so once you got all of them there, and then basically just do a checkout, buy them, and then they are yours forever. Just got to make sure you do this before the first Tuesday of April, in which point in time we will hopefully get a number of new assets, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully some cool stuff coming next month. But this month's collection, what do you think? Again, 3 pretty straightforwards, and then 2 kind of key integral systems for certain kinds of games, JRPG turn-based and driving, and then we've got the physical placement tool in the permanently free collection. Let me know what you think of all of these assets. Comments down below, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.